You ever get an email so absurd you double check the sender to make sure it's not a prank? Subject line: reimagining the workplace together. Translation: get your badge. We're back in the building, whether you like it or not. And suddenly, your boss, who built a home yoga studio during lockdown and hasn't worn pants with a zipper in 2 years, is now preaching the value of spontaneous collaboration like it's a corporate campfire session sponsored by Keurig. Welcome to Decide to Thrive, where we don't pretend proximity equals productivity and where no one confuses water cooler talk with innovation. Today, we're cutting through the office nostalgia fog to explain why remote work isn't just a perk, it's a revolution, a practical, profitable, planet-friendly movement that the corporate world keeps pretending is optional. Let's get into this. The collaboration myth and other cubicle fairy tales. Let's debunk the myth of magical hallway collisions. No, great ideas don't happen only next to a shared Keurig while someone's heating up fish. I've been there. I cannot smell that. Great ideas happen when people have time to think, tools to execute, and space to not be interrupted every 7 minutes by someone asking, "Got a sec?" Personally, that "got a sec" culture was one of the biggest productivity killers when I was stuck in the office. I couldn't get 3 sentences into an executive summary without someone wanting to talk for just a minute, which turned into 45 minutes of unsolicited advice every single time. Now, remote tools have leveled the playing field. Outlook, Notion, Miro boards, take your pick. Need FaceTime? Teams is there. Need deep work? Being left alone actually works wonders. We're not anti-collaboration. We're anti-chaotic, overscheduled internal meetings with zero agenda, also known as collaboration. Remote work equals real-life balance, not just a hashtag. When work went remote, life didn't just adapt, it improved. The 9 to 5 became more flexible. The 2-hour commute was replaced with a walk, with a workout, or radical idea, breakfast with your family. You know, those people that you live with but never see. Employees got back time, which is the most valuable, non-renewable resource. And when people have time to breathe, to think, and to exist outside of productivity metrics, they showed up better for work and for life. Also, parents stopped paying for aftercare. People with disabilities faced fewer barriers. Introverts rejoiced. Yes, we've been waiting for this moment. Pets stopped developing abandonment issues. I see you, Rex. Got you, buddy. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. By the way, if this resonates with you, hit the like button and the subscribe button. It really helps the channel, and you're not alone in this. Let's talk numbers, Karen. Remote work works. Let's drop some corporate data. Productivity. According to Stanford's 2-year study of over 16,000 workers, remote employees saw a 13% increase in productivity. And after tweaking the model to support them better, the number shot up to 22%. That's not just a bump, that's a significant leap. And it's not just because people have more time to bake sourdough bread, which we spoke about in this channel previously. It's incredibly hard to make sourdough bread. Damn it. Cost saving. For employees, the average remote worker saves $4,000 to $6,000 a year. Think gas, clothes, coffee, overpriced salads that taste like regret. For employers, companies can save $11,000 per employee per year by going remote or hybrid. That's not a rounding error, that's a budget line. Real estate. In 2023, Salesforce downsized its office footprint, saving tens of millions of dollars while boosting performance. Imagine that. Fewer ping pong tables, more profit. I've always been really bad at ping pong. I don't know what it is. Ball, it's a paddle, it's a net, you hit it. Turnover. Remote work reduces burnout and increases job satisfaction. Translation: lower attrition rates. And replacing employees is expensive. Roughly 33% of their salary. So if your company's bleeding money from quiet quitting and high turnover, maybe it's not the beanbags, maybe it's the building. The environmental glow up, saving the planet one Zoom call at a time. Let's go green. And no, not the kind that's printed on quarterly reports. Commute emissions. The average American commutes 55 minutes a day. I don't know what it is in your country, but that's a lot here. Remote work has eliminated over 3.9 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions in 2020 alone. That's the equivalent of planting 91 million trees, or telling Jeff Bezos to ride a bike to space. Energy use. Office buildings are energy vacuums. Lighting, heating, cooling, all blasting from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. for buildings that are half full anyway. Remote work reduces demand on public infrastructure, city energy grids, and even traffic control systems. It's like saving the planet without needing a cape, though capes are really underrated. paper, and plastic. Remote workers don't print 37-page onboarding packets. They don't generate endless plastic from catered lunches, and they don't stockpile K-cups like doomsday preppers. I mean, I do, but whatever. Data from Global Workplace Analytics show that if people with remote-capable jobs work from home just even half of the time, the U.S. could cut 119 billion vehicle miles per year and prevent 54 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions going into our atmosphere. That's not a perk. That's an environmental policy without the legislation needed. The power shift that scares them. Look, as an HR manager for a Fortune 500 company, I'm going to say something that I probably shouldn't, but I don't really care because I'm tired of corporate nonsense. The power shift is what scares them. Remote work doesn't just change where you work, it changes who has power. When employees control their time, their location, and their appearance, they stop needing the illusion of culture created by latte taps and Wellness Wednesdays. They realize they don't need to be watched to be effective. Office proximity was never the metric, output was. And that terrifies managers who measured success by visibility and not by value. Look, remote work isn't a rebellion. It's a renaissance. It's an evolution of the workspace in the workplace. It's what happens when we finally stop pretending productivity requires proximity and that culture lives in a branded lanyard. It's cheaper, it's greener, it's healthier, and it's more humane. And it's more productive. And unless you're a commercial real estate broker or an insecure middle manager with a whiteboard addiction, it's better for everyone. If you've ever muted your mic during a Teams call to laugh at your manager's back to office pitch, you're not alone. Hit the like button like you're slamming your work laptop shut at 4:59 p.m. and leave a comment with the dumbest excuse your company used to get people back into the office. I'm collecting them for science. And if you're serious about pivoting your career and leaving the cubicle life behind, check out d2thrive.com. I'll help you land a job that makes your commute 0 minutes, because thriving doesn't require a badge swipe. Like if you like, sub if you sub, share if you share. I'm Thrive. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Al.
They told me hustle harder, but I was broken, tired. They sold me dreams and HR emails, but they all expired. Now I ghost those job descriptions, and I never even cry, 'cause I got Thrive on my side. Yeah, Thrive don't lie.
They said streamline workflows, I said nah, I'm good. I'd rather freelance dreams in my own damn hood. TPS reports, yeah, they lost my file. Now I moonwalk through the layoffs with a LinkedIn smile. They gave me team synergy, I gave them 2 weeks. Now I work in hoodies and I charge elite. Thrive got my resume slick like a Benz. Now recruiters hit my inbox like we old friends.
Hustle harder, but I was broken, tired. They sold me dreams and HR emails, but they all expired. Now I ghost those job descriptions, and I never even cry, 'cause I got Thrive on my side. Yeah, and Thrive don't lie.
Remember when your boss said, we're a family? That's just code for free labor, casually. Now I set my rates and I name my feet while they stuck in Slack, trying to look busy. Career coach, nah, this man's a prophet. Fix my whole pitch, turn trauma to profit. D2 Thrive, baby, that's the site where your job search ends and your future ignites. No more burnout brunches, no more sad Zoom tears. We making big boy moves with small biz gears. He ain't just Thrive, he the blueprint guy. Fix your whole career with a wink at a time.
So harder, but I just roll my eyes. Now I write my story on my terms, customized. Got tired of trying, so I learned to thrive. Now it's D2 Thrive I come, where careers come alive.
Corporate said play the game. Thrive said build your own. They offered burnout and budget cuts. He offered strategy, salary, and swagger. Click it, or keep crying in cubicles.